Hi, I'm Christopher Dunn again. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Beacon Hall Oval Drum Shade Sconce. This is the 204810. Great sconce. Has a kind of a arts and crafts look going on, but you can tweak this with finishes to get it to be contemporary if you are looking for that. Let's get into the size of the fixture itself. 13.7 inches overall height. That's the very bottom of the fixture, the very bottom of that metal part to the top of your shade. The width on it is coming in around 11 inches. And then the depth, that's the distance from the wall coming out, is 7.2. The backplate on this is 5 inches by 5 inches. It's going to go over your standard 4-inch junction box. And the mounting height, that's the distance from the bottom of the fixture to the middle of the box, coming in at 5.7. And it's also 4.6 pounds, so it's not overly heavy. I want to show you a little bit more information about this part of it, and let's do that by looking at the installations instruction sheet. So if you're on the page for this, on Handmade in Vermont, look over on that side of the screen, midway down, you're going to see a link. It's going to say, click here for installations instructions PDF. So open that up for me. It is going to show you a full parts list. So it's going to show you the shade. It's going to show you that underneath the shade is going to be a flat oval sandblasted diffuser, so it's going to let light out, but you're not going to be able to look up into the bulb. It's also going to have a retaining ring that's going to go over the socket and keep your shade and your glass down. So that's basically it as far as that goes. But there's some really nice line drawings of the back plate on this and how it goes over your junction box, so take advantage of that if you can. That shade is made in the United States. Hubbardton Forge only sources their shades made here, and that shade is going to be 10.5 inches on the top going across left to right, and then 10.5 on the bottom. It's roughly almost 11, 5 inches going up. Nice thing about this, I mentioned before, that it provides a lot of light. Is because drum shades are open at the top. A lot of light is going to go up, hit your ceiling, and then bounce around the room. A lot of ambient light, as well as light passing through that frosted glass going down. So that's a good thing. Okay, let's get into what is going to go on inside of this as far as lamping goes. It's using a medium base socket, porcelain socket, just like this one. I mentioned a retaining ring before. You'll notice there's threading on this, and it goes over this socket to keep everything in place. The bulb you're going to be using in this is going to be what's called an A15. An A15 bulb is a smaller version of an A19. So an A19 is a standard size light bulb. We all grew up with this size. But an A15, which is commonly used in things like garage door openers, it's used in fans, ceiling fans, sometimes in refrigerators. You'll notice it's just a little smaller. If you want to go incandescent, you can still do that up to 60 watts for an incandescent bulb, but I think you should probably just cross over to an LED like this one. So LEDs come, clear like this one. There's also the white ones that have a cob LED inside, but I actually like these phosphorus ones. They have the little orange lines running through. They throw light in all directions, so it's a good thing that I like a lot. Now, I have found this light. Normally, you'll find this light about 60 watt equivalent out in the world, but I have actually found this same A15 light bulb online on Amazon at a 75 watt equivalent, which means that you can get quite a bit of light out of this. We also talk about the color of that light coming out of LEDs all the time. We mentioned 2700 Kelvin as that super yellow setting sunlight. They also talk about that you're going to be able to get these light bulbs in something called daylight. And daylight sounds like, should be like sunlight, right? That it should be a very warm light, but daylight is not a warm light. That's that bluish white light, hospital waiting room kind of thing, 4,000, 5,000 Kelvin on that Kelvin scale. What we like to use in our showroom here is warm white, soft white, and that's going to mimic the nice glow of an incandescent bulb we all grew up with as well. And that's the light coming down on this desk, and that's 3,000 Kelvin. So that's what these LEDs are above me. So my take on this would probably grab a A15. I'd probably start off with a 60 watt equivalent because they're just so easy to get. You can pick them up at any hardware store or online. You could get them at Lowe's or Home Depot, Ace Hardware. Sometimes grocery stores also carry these because they're pretty easy to get. And if you want to dim this down, just get a dimmable bulb because the fixture is dimmable. Let's get into metal finishes now. If you are on the HandmadeInVermont.com website, look over in the red tabs with the pictures in them over there. You're going to see a Finishes Help Guide tab. Open that up for me. It's going to be a video there of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton Forge finishes, how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be referencing a chart just down below, so scroll down a little bit. You're going to see a chart. You can click on that chart, so you can click on dark smoke, you can click on soft gold, doesn't matter. Big page will pop up showing you lots of different things in that finish. you can go back to the chart and you'll notice there's letters A's on them, letter B's on some of those things, and that's going to be showing you this range of variants that you can expect to see on different translucent finishes, but I'll talk about all of that in the video, okay? Okay, showroom. Our showroom in Vermont has over 400 Hubbardton Forge fixtures. This is the biggest showroom in the world of Hubbardton Forge. No other showroom is like this. Hubbardton Forge doesn't even have their own showroom. They use this one. What's on display? We have a great tab on that. And those same red tabs, you're going to see a what's on display page. So open that up. It's going to show you everything we have on display, and including which finish, which shade, all of those things, and what kind of glass it's on there. We're open every day except Sunday, 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We also have an amazing clearance center. Clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's returns, discontinued stuff, showroom samples. You have to come here to use it. Can't call us or email us about it, but it's definitely worth coming in to look at if you're in Vermont. Plus you want to use the showroom anyway because there's just so much great stuff here to see. Our number in Vermont, 802-446-2400. You can email us 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Love to answer emails, and it's sales@HandmadeInVermont.com. So when you order from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is going to be free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. No tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont. And we're the only dealer with 90-day returns, no restocking fee. Nobody else does that. Some larger items are going to be non-returnable. It's going to be really important that you are looking at the fixture on that page and kind of scroll down under the description. It'll tell you if that is the case. And that's usually for really big, giant, huge fixtures, mostly that go out on pallets. Okay, that's it. Rush program. Let's talk about that. So rush program, Hubbardton Forge generally takes about 3 to 4 weeks to go out the door. That's production time before your transit time. You always have to add that on too. We offer a rush program that takes you from that 3 to 4 weeks down to a little under 2 weeks. It's a very small addition per line item. So if you have like 1, 2, 3 items, like let's say 3 or 4 outdoor sconces, and they're all the same size and they're all the same finish, that's one line item. So it's very inexpensive to rush those kind of things. Don't be afraid to email us and ask about that. Okay, so that's really it. If you guys have any other questions, let us know. We would love to see you in our showroom sometime. And thanks for stopping in.